Craig and Laura, and we're going to talk about the Athlone River Festival and what's happening coming up in the next 2 weeks, is it?
2.5.
2.5 weeks.
19 days, not counting.
If we're talking off camera, there's a whole lot of stuff coming in, so we're going to try and give you a flavour of everything that's going to happen in So, Porrig, I'll start with you, if that's okay.
Yeah, of course.
Tell us what's happening, what exactly is going to happen in the River
Yeah,
Fest?
so it'll start off on Friday the 1st of August. It'll start on the east side of the town where the Athlone Family Resource Centre will have a Mythical Ireland parade. And that's going to have in around maybe 300 to 400 participants. So we're expecting a big crowd. They're all going to bring family and friends to come out. It'll be kids and adults from around the town dressed up in different Mythical Ireland creatures and people, and it'll be a lot of fun. They've made a lot of puppets and a lot of costumes. The team this year again for the River Festival is Viking. So that was the same last year and we kept it going. It went down really well. So there's 8 zones of activity in Athlone for the August Bank Holiday weekend. Zone number 1 is the Big Meadows, which is just south of us here. And that is the Madcaps 2-day course angling competition. Now that's an international competition because there's anglers from all around Ireland and England that come every summer to the meadows here and they battle it out for the best angler. And last year there was a guy from England who won it and he's coming back to try and reclaim his title again. So there's going to be about 35 to 40 of them. They sold out within 24 hours when it went live in January. So it's definitely, it's going to be something for people to see. People can access that by going down the canal walkway. And there's a walkway that then brings you on to the big meadow. It's a public walkway and you can go and view what the guys have on offer. So that's over the 2 days, Saturday and Sunday. Zone 2 will be Athlone Castle. As we all know, be different family activities on in there. But behind Athlone Castle will be Zone 3, which will be the Woolen Mills Market. Now it's kind of fitting that we're where we're standing because the old Woolen Mills was literally where the Radisson Hotel is. So on Saturday and Sunday, from about 10 maybe to 7 o'clock each day, the Athlone Woolen Mills Market will take place, and that's kind of a mixture of crafters and food vendors. More crafters than food vendors this year. And then zone number 4 is right here where we're standing. This will be the Family Resource Centre hub. So this will be a children's hub on the Saturday and Sunday, run by the Family Resource Centre. There'll be clowns, face painters. I don't know if anyone's old enough here to remember Beat on the Street in Athlone. So that's coming back to the town this Saturday, or the Saturday and Sunday of the River Festival. Zone 5 then is beyond me here at Athlone Boat Club. So that'll be the Viking settlement from the Boyne Valley Vikings. And that will open on the Saturday and Sunday, same time, 10 to 5 or thereabouts. And they'll be there staying overnight. There's about 60 something of them coming this year. So it's a 50% increase from the amount we had last year. That's definitely something to come down and see. What zone am I on? 5. Zone 6 then will be the number 1 gun battery. And that's the Napoleon era gun battery that was found. They kind of knew it was there. And I guess they went and did a bit of archaeology digs. And they uncovered it, and if anyone knows Shea Hamilton and the Canal Heritage Group, they kind of take the lead on that. So that's going to be open to the public now on the Sunday. Kind of hasn't been open to the public the last few years because of a lot of the digs that are going on, but it now is going to be open, which is going to be really good to see. Zone 7 then is going to be the River Shannon, and I'm going to take the first part, Laura's going to take the second, but the first part of the activity on the River Shannon is going to be kayaking and longboat racing, and that's going to be done by Bay Sports. Bay Sports are bringing kayaks into town, longboats into town. So on Saturday the 2nd at 12 noon at Athlone Boat Club, there'll be racing going up and down here under boat bridges, coming down, coming back up the middle arch there and back up to the boat club, and that'll be in kayaks and in longboats. I guess the exciting thing about that racing is it's going to be on post versus DPD. It's going to be Gary Castle versus Athlone GEA. It's going to be the triathlon crew here against the fire brigade. So we've a few different, we've a few different people that are getting involved. Martin Ward's Nafina are going up against Paddy Bowman's Karate Club. So it's going to be, there will be. There'll be a lot of, we might need the guards for that one. But so that's the first part of Zone 7. I'll let Laura tell you the next part of Zone 7.
Yeah, so we're moving in then to the Sunday the 3rd, and we're taking on the National Championships Aquathlon. So we touched on this actually in the last episode that we spoke about. So we're welcoming 150 athletes into Athlone that weekend. They're all vying for a national championship or an All-Ireland title across swim and run. We'll have 2 events in it. So the main one is the 750 metre swim into a 5k run. And then for those outside of the championships who want to just give it a go, this whole thing of getting back into the River Shannon to swim again, we've the 250 metre option swim and into the 5k run again. So again, as Pádraig mentioned, keeping it all here right in the hub. We're going to have our finish area here on the pedestrian bridge. The boat club have very kindly allowed us to use their premises as our hub kind of for the day. And we're taking in the number 1 side of things as well, with our transition area and swimming and that happening down there. So
are you allowed to say where the route is, or is that?
Yeah, we can, absolutely. So again, kind of bringing in, as Pádraig was saying, the few bridges in the town and everything. The bypass bridge will be the backdrop of the swim. So we're getting in quite far down on the number 1, the Golden Mile walk there.
First slipway.
First slipway, swimming right down to the boat club. That's going to be our exit from the swim. The start of the Golden Mile walk then is going to be the transition. And then in keeping with the celebration of the river and the canals and all that sort of thing, we're keeping the run on the trail. So we're going to go the whole way around and see that from every angle. And then, as I mentioned, to come back right into the hub here and finish on the pedestrian bridge for your chance at your national title. So exciting.
No pressure.
No pressure.
Obviously music and everything will be along the way and stuff.
Yeah.
As well.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there will be music at the boat club. I should note as well, so that weekend and the weekend of the festival, Féile na Seonanna, which is Festival of the Shannon, is a traditional Irish music and dance festival, and that's going to be under the canopy in Church Street. It's going to be throughout the town at different locations.
Yes, they did the Irish dancing and all that.
Yeah. They're in St Mary's Hall on the Friday night at 5:30, and then they're in different premises throughout the town the Saturday and Sunday. So we work in conjunction with them. They're going into their year 3 of doing this festival. It's been very successful for them. We're delighted to partner with them. We're delighted then Laura and her crew have partnered with us. So we're really building something special for the town here in terms of what we can bring for August, especially the bank holiday weekend in August.
Yeah. It's kind of going back to the way it was with the triathlon this year, isn't it? It's going
Yeah.
that whole vibe.
Yeah, the whole town, in the whole weekend, the whole town.
I think ultimately everything that's been offered is giving something for everyone. I know that's a cliche statement, but
there is.
You know, you can enjoy family activities, you can enjoy, you know, a bit of racing again. There's going to be a little bit of something for everybody, and just to celebrate what we have here in the town, really, isn't it?
Yeah, of course, yeah. And
Last
just
year was brilliant.
Yeah.
Even the Vikings down there was fantastic.
yeah, there was,
Amazing stuff.
Yeah.
So from last year, the festival has grown within probably a 10-month period, 50%. So we've doubled everything in 10 months. And that's came from the likes of Laura getting on board. You know, it's came from, you know, other groups in town, the number 1 gun battery getting on board, you know, with the Zone 7 that we're chatting about there. On the Sunday, the RNLI, Athlone, Sabaqua and River Safety Awareness here, they'll be showcasing their equipment on the River Shannon, life-saving equipment on the Sunday. So, as you said, there's definitely going to be a bit for everyone.
This stuff doesn't happen by accident, though. We've a fiercely persuasive fella here who gets us all on board and puts us through our paces.
Likewise, Laura. But I guess like the last zone for us then, so I said there was 8. So the final zone is going to be Burgess Park, and that's going to be fun and events carnival. And that's going to be, again, with something for everyone, so that's for all ages. Martin Ward's and Afina are also going to be there on the Sunday with them, and they're doing anti-bullying workshops for kids and secure your white belt workshops as well, where kids can come down, they can try out, you know, the martial arts that Martin has on offer. But the fun events, they'll be there the Friday, Saturday and Sunday. They might stay the Monday, depending on how busy the weekend is, or they could be leaving on the Monday. But right now, we have them for the 3 days.
Is that the bank holiday weekend as well?
It's the bank holiday weekend, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, huge. Yeah, it's and the people of Athlone have been great so far. I can only speak on behalf of the River Festival in terms like last year and getting behind it, from fundraising to just, you know, the bit of crack that was on the Friday night for the parade that went through town. And even this year when that was over, I remember in October at Halloween meeting people that were asking me about the River Festival. No, for this year.
Yeah.
Have you started planning this year? I was like, go away from me. I only finished, you know, doing the one from last August. So that shows you the enthusiasm when less than 2 months later, Halloween, people are asking about this year's one.
Yeah.
So that's been
huge success last year.
Yeah.
It's really important for a town like this to have something to look forward to, though.
Yeah.
Do you know, and to have so many elements and
Yeah, I think, look, there can be doom and gloom
Yeah.
at times.
Yeah.
We know that. There's a lot of work going on in Athlone. It's work that has to happen. Bringing something like this takes people's minds off that as well. It shows them the potential. Like, this town has massive potential.
Huge.
Heart of Ireland. We're, an hour and a bit from Dublin, an hour and a bit from Galway. How much central can you get? Like, so...
The biggest thing we have here, like this, is the centrepiece.
Yeah, it's huge.
That needs
Yeah.
to be.
It's going back to even when we were growing up, and there was always something on in the town in the summer, and always something to go to with the family and enjoy.
Yeah.
And it's nice to see that coming back. You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah, well, as mad as it was, I remember those in the 90s. That was 94 actually, where the festival was on here. It was the Heineken River Festival.
That's right,
And this road here was closed behind, the one going down by the church, completely closed, vendors all weekend. There was lads with barrels tied together racing on the river, making rafts, and there was fireworks. And sadly, the time has changed, that you can't tie barrels together for insurance reasons. And
So you're getting the tri-club into a longboat.
yeah,
instead.
getting you into a longboat, a safer boat with life jackets and all that. And you can't close the road. Well, you can, but we're not going to do it because of the amount of work that's going on. We want to try and limit the impact on people. But that's where these festivals have come from. It has sprung from, you know, there's a great photo from the 1950s, I'll try and get it for you, of a plank coming out down here and kids walking on it. And it was a competition on for the River Festival back then.
Wow.
And the boat club are out on the river, but it's the old rowing boats. And it's black and white. It's a really good photo to see.
So this River Festival dates back?
No one really knows. That's the one thing with the River Festival. But if you look at the town from a water perspective, you have one of the oldest boat clubs, rowing clubs in the country here, 1837. And then you have one of the oldest sailing clubs in the country. That's the one out in the lake there, yeah, the yacht club. So, you do the maths on those. There's always been some type of a festival or a regatta or something here on the doorstep. Athlone Regatta used to be here, so it used to be in town. Now we're going, when this used to be Father Matthew Hall, before it was Lewin Gallery, and the boat club used to be here at this site. Not a lot of people know that. Yes, they used to load the boats from here on, and then they took the site up here, so they did. So there was a hub of activity here way back in the day, where the boat club used to do the regattas here in town. And they moved out to Coosan Point, a lot wider, a lot more boats could enter, a bit safer, you don't have the big flow of the River Shannon.
We just don't know our history.
Yeah.
Kind of gets pushed under the bridge.
Yeah, of course.
But it's interesting to know.
But not many people know that. So the Father Matthew Hall was, now not Father Matthew Hall, I don't know what it was called then, but the boat club was situated here, at this site here. And no one understands, I think, why. I would chat to lads in the boat club about it, the older generation.
Yeah.
And it's too close to a bridge. You don't know how to, you put a boat in there and you're getting a crew out.
Logistics
You'd have
of
to
it
start
all.
rowing straight away,
Yeah.
or you go into the bridge,
Yeah.
So no one really, so it was a strange one, I put it that way.
Any idea?
Yeah, so no one really knows, because if you look at the significance of the Shannon from the boat club and the yacht club, which is up in the lake there, the sailing club, they're two of the oldest probably in the country of what they do. So there's always been some type of activity on the river. The boat club used to be situated down this end of the bridge here behind us at the Lewin Gallery, and then it moved up to where its site is now. So the regattas used to be on here in town. So I'm sure there was great crack in the mid to late 1800s here with rowing going on. And again, you're talking about old style boats, big heavy oars they were using to drag themselves up and down the river. But the main festival itself, kind of, some people would say the 70s, the Athlone River Festival kind of died off a bit in the 80s but was still there. 90s was the Heineken River Festival in 94. There was another big festival then in 2001, which was the Viking Festival. It's funny as it's, and that was in the Sick Horse Fields, as some people know it as, but the Army Field there, and they built structures in there that weekend for people to see. And then there was a big carnival in town, and there was a street theatre as well in town. Yeah.
And here we go again.
And here we go again. Yeah, yeah.
And it's great though, because people are more interested in it.
Yeah, yeah,
We're getting into it.
absolutely.
Kids, young kids, and
People are supporting this stuff now.
Yeah.
They're,
and the population is growing as well. So there's a lot more
Yeah.
coming into the town to experience this as well, which is fantastic. Relives memories as well.
Yeah.
So remembering fish park and things like that.
Yeah.
We're gone years ago, and now you're like, wow, it's same. Now we've all got our own kids.
Yeah.
And we're
Yeah.
coming into a festival.
I'm only young enough to remember the barrels and the Shannon. To be fair, I don't remember
And I am
any of
as
the
well.
rest.
That's all I remember. I remember the fireworks, you know. And
Milan sponsored that, didn't they?
yeah, I think so. Actually, yeah, you're right. They did. Yeah, they did. Yeah. And someone was asking us there during the year, "Oh, will you do the fireworks this year?" And, you know, as a group of volunteers, I don't think people outside of this circle would realise, well, to get fireworks now, lads, you're talking about €40,000 and you're talking about maybe a massive grant, you're talking about getting someone to come on board. So it is something we're looking at. It is something we do want to try and do into the future. There is 2 other festivals for the town which are going to be planned. I'm not going to give it away on this podcast. It'll be one I can get someone to chat to you about later there. But there is 2 more festivals for the town that are in the works, and one of them includes hopefully fireworks. Yeah.
Brilliant.
So yeah, so just give us the dates again.
August 1st, 2nd and 3rd.
It's going to be, and the Athlone is going to be on the Sunday. Isn't
On
it?
the Sunday.
On the national
Yeah.
championship. So there's something for everyone. So
Yeah.
everybody get down tonight in Athlone
And
that weekend.
Still an entry
Stay-
waiting
stay
for
home.
you, Darrell, for the national champs.
Cut that bit. But that's brilliant. That's fantastic. We're delighted with that now. We'll be here on for the weekend.
Yeah.
Taking film.
Fantastic.
And I really can't wait.
Brilliant.
Brilliant.
And fair play to you for putting it together.
Yeah.
Starting the committees because
Yeah.
Athlone needs it. And I know it's not easy.
Yeah.
These things are not easy.
It's a full-time job, and you know it is
It
from what
doesn't
you
happen
do.
by accident.
Yeah.
but
Yeah, like we went out. If Laura rang us last month about going out on the, what day was it last month with you? To do the kayaking.
Yeah, the 25th.
And I'd
yeah.
forgot. But anyways, I remember that day very, very quickly. But to see the setup out in Coosan, like, and you know, the one thing I would hope, and I think people do, that the amount of work that goes into that, you know, and not only that, there's stress of the safety, there's stress of the planning, the volunteers, like,
But
it's
it's as you
huge.
say as well,
and
it is all volunteers.
it's all
at the end of
volunteers.
the day,
Yeah.
but I suppose again, I'm all for the cliche stuff this evening. It's you don't do this stuff without having an interest or a
Yeah.
love for what you do.
No,
Do you
no,
know,
yeah.
and you want to see the progression and you want to see the payback and everybody enjoying it at the end of the day. Darrell did his first aquathon that evening when you were out with us. So
Did you? All right.
do you know,
Yeah, and then you're a young fella, Jack.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
it's
did one. So
Seeing people coming in and coming up,
that's what
that
these
wouldn't
things are all
happen
about.
without
It's looking at the rowers on the river this year, and you never know who'll end up there. And it's looking at the aquathon and the triathletes, and do you know. So I suppose that's why we do what we do, isn't it?
Torture.
Yes, headaches and stress and grey hairs, but we love it.
Torture. Yeah.
Listen, Laura, thanks for your support.
No bother.
Thanks for having us.
And look forward to that weekend.
See you then.
Can't wait.
See you then.
Perfect. See you then, lads.
Thanks a million.
Thanks.